Good morning, Internet. This is my second day in Colombo, and my mission for today is to walk to the Fort Colombo railway station, which is about 3 kilometers from my hotel. And it looks like a fairly flat walk, an easy walk, but I'm saying that having only ventured out into the streets of Colombo once, which was yesterday, getting caught in a torrential monsoon rain, cutting my walk short by about an hour, and spending the rest of the wet, rainy day in my hotel room. Don't let the sunshine fool you. According to everybody I've talked to, this is the monsoon season, and unlike what happens in Southeast Asia, monsoons in Sri Lanka are real. In fact, it's starting to rain right now. So pretty soon I'll be getting my umbrella out, probably cutting short the video, but we're still heading towards the rail station. One thing I've noticed right off the bat in Colombo is there's a lot of indiscriminate, well, I shouldn't say indiscriminate because there's a reason for it. A lot of horning or beeping by cars and tuk-tuks and buses and everything. The tuk-tuks mostly, they'll beep once when they go by me to let me know that they're there, and if I need a ride, I can look at them, wave at them, do something. Cars and buses do the same thing. Buses beep once when they're coming to a bus stop to tell people to get out of the way. And then there's the two beep. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe it's one person saying hello to one of their friends. But frankly, in a city this size, that's unlikely. And then there's the three beep, or the sustained beep, which means that somebody in the car is unhappy with something. But there's a lot of beeping going on here, and it's something I'm just not used to from Southeast Asia, where in my experience, the places I've been, there's hardly any beeping at all. Well, the rain lasted just long enough for me to get my umbrella out, then it stopped. Sun's back out. And I'm sure you can see the streets that I'm walking along. They're not really crowded. It's not wall-to-wall traffic like you would find in a really congested place. At least not on this road. But it is loud. In fact, I'm probably talking louder than I have to because it feels like I have to shout for the camera over there to hear me. I've never ever been able to... Thank you. Hi. Morning. I've never been able to get used to the idea of, when talking to the camera, that the microphone is not on the camera. The microphone is on my chest. So occasionally it sounds like I'm yelling. Anyway, according to Google Maps, I've got about 1.2 kilometers to go before I hang a right. And as you can see, this is a fairly straightforward walk. It's wide streets. It's got a wide sidewalk. It's not a very even sidewalk, but it is wide. So I'm expecting a fairly easy walk. Where I'm going is a landmark within the city, so it's probably got a good road system leading to it, and probably sidewalks, since a lot of people here walk. Let's see how it goes. My policy for crossing the roads here is my same policy that I use in Kuala Lumpur. If there's a signal that's working, then I follow that and do the best I can when it switches. Barring that, I try to go when a local person goes. So I'll find somebody at the same corner that I'm at, and when they start to cross, I go with them. So far, no mishaps. But traffic is a little bit more unpredictable here than in some other places I've been. At some point I have to cross the street. I don't think this is the place, but since there's an overhead walkway, I'm going to cross over anyway. Well, I did find a train station, but that's not the one I'm going to. Frankly, I didn't even know the one that I stumbled upon was there. And for a moment, I thought I might be able to take the train from there to where I'm going. But then I realized this is not really set up as a metro system. It's actually long-distance rail. So if you know anything about railways, the lines are not really designed that way. You can't take railways from one train system or one train station to the next within the same town, for example. They do have timers on the lights so that you know when the light is going to turn green or red. So that's a good thing. There's no button to press for this little red man though. But I'm assuming that it will turn green when the light turns green or red for the cars here. I'm guessing that I'm getting close to the train station because a lot of the tuk-tuk drivers have sightseeing maps. And when I walk by, they get their map out and try to sell me a ride to, well, the train station, Independence Square, other kinds of tourist spots around town. Once again, even though I'm covered with sweat, it's hard to explain how I'm doing this for exercise. Well, according to Google Maps, I still have a 900-meter walk to the train station. And it looks like I'm going to be doing it along some kind of a lake. So that should be good. The rest of the route looks pretty well away from the road. It might go along the river or whatever this water is. I think it's a lake. It goes along the lake, and then the train station is less than 1 km away. Well, like I said, this is some kind of public food court area. It's right off the street. You can probably see the street up there behind me. And what I'm going to do now is walk along this lake, or whatever this is, a pond maybe. The ocean's not too far from here. This is the, I'm not there, but if I were there, I'm pretty sure it would be the Indian Ocean. These boats don't look like they're in service anymore, especially those two right out there. Well, this is where I cross the lake and go back over to the road. It is getting ready to rain again. My only fear is that when I do get to the train station, the skies will open up. By then, if that happens, I will be forced to take a tuk-tuk ride back to my hotel. These are shops right along the entranceway, I think, to the station. I was told there would be a band here to welcome me, but so far my arrival has been met with total secrecy. I did have one task to complete, and that was to cash in my online ticket to Ella for an actual paper ticket. When I bought the ticket, I was told that the train system does not yet accept electronic tickets. So you have to go to a train station and exchange your electronic ticket for a paper one. So that's a task that I've completed. I'm not leaving for Ella until sometime next week, I think around 8 or 9 days from now. But since I'm here, I figure why not? No thanks. I like to walk. That guy wants me to come in and buy it at his convenience store. And I do need water. Sorry. Hi. I do need water. But the hotel is about 3 to 4 kilometers away. So I'd rather not carry water that far. Over there is the way I came. Past those lines of shops. And I think I'll head back on the other side of the lake. I'm not sure what that tower is. I'm sure it's an iconic attraction from somewhere. But I'm going to walk along the road here where a lot of the buses are parked. And where there seems to be just as much shade from trees as there were from shops along the boardwalk over there. This walkway is very shaded. It's a nice way to get past or out of the train station and back onto the roads around town. I am hoping the rain holds off, and so far it has. So let's hope my luck holds. Google Maps wasn't expecting this. It looks like Google Maps has routed me in a different direction. One interesting story, when I was at the train station, some guy asked me how long I was going to be in Colombo. And when I told him 10 days, he sort of laughed. He implied that 10 days was way too long a time for a tourist to visit Colombo. He obviously doesn't know who he's dealing with. 10 days, I'm just getting my feet wet in a place. I'm not on a whirlwind tour to visit anything. I almost missed my turn. I was supposed to turn down this little alleyway and I walked quite right by it. This is one of my favorite fixtures in an urban area, stairways. Kuala Lumpur has several of these that I like to use. Now I take a left. This is one of the overhead walkways I should have used earlier. Nothing interesting is happening from this point on. I'm largely just retracing my steps from earlier in the morning. So I think I'm going to put a lid on this video and say thanks for watching. Be seeing you in the next one.